Earth's inner core stopped spinning. Living on Earth's surface, we only see about 0.5% of the planet. Far below our feet, a giant may have started moving against us. On Monday the 23rd of January 2023, research suggested that Earth's inner core, a hot iron ball the size of Pluto, has stopped spinning in the same direction as the rest of the planet and might even be rotating the other way. Roughly 5,000 kilometers, 3,100 miles, below the surface we live on, this planet within the planet can spin independently because it floats in the liquid metal outer core. Exactly how the inner core rotates has been a matter of debate between scientists, and the latest research is expected to prove controversial. The theory is that Earth's magnetic field pulls the inner core and causes it to spin, while the gravitational field of the mantle creates a counterforce, dragging on the inner core. Every few decades, one force may win out over the other, changing the spin of the great iron ball. What little we know about the inner core comes from measuring the tiny differences in seismic waves created by earthquakes or sometimes nuclear explosions as they pass through the middle of the Earth. Seeking to track the inner core's movements, new research published in the journal Nature Geoscience analyzed seismic waves from repeating earthquakes over the last 6 decades. The study's authors, Xiaodong Song and Yi Yang of China's Peking University, said they found that the inner core's rotation came to near halt around 2009 and then turned in an opposite direction. We believe the inner core rotates, relative to the Earth's surface, back and forth, like a swing, they told. One cycle of the swing is about 7 decades, meaning it changes direction roughly every 35 years, they added. They said it previously changed direction in the early 1970s and predicted the next about phase would be in the mid-2040s. The researchers said this rotation roughly lines up with changes in what is called the length of day, small variations in the exact time it takes Earth to rotate on its axis. That may sound apocalyptic, but don't worry. Scientists don't think it will significantly change life on the surface, except by befuddling them. So far there is little to indicate that what the inner core does has much effect on we surface residents. But the researchers said they believe there are physical links between all Earth's layers, from the inner core to the surface. We hope our study can motivate some researchers to build and test models which treat the whole Earth as an integrated dynamic system, they said. Experts not involved in the study expressed caution about its findings, pointing to several other theories and warning that many mysteries remain about the center of the Earth. This is a very careful study by excellent scientists putting in a lot of data, said John Vidal, a seismologist at the University of Southern California. But none of the models explain all the data very well in my opinion, he added. Vidal published research last year suggesting the inner core oscillates far more quickly, changing direction every 6 years or so. His work was based on seismic waves from 2 nuclear explosions in the late 1960s and early 1970s. That timeframe is around the point when Monday's research says the inner core last changed direction, which Vidal called kind of a coincidence. Another theory, which Vidal said has some good evidence supporting it, is that the inner core only significantly moved between 2001 to 2013 and has stayed put since. Hervoye Kalsic, a geophysicist at the Australian National University, has published research suggesting that the inner core's cycle is every 20 to 30 years, rather than the 70 proposed in the latest study. These mathematical models are most likely all incorrect because they explain the observed data but are not required by the data, Kalsic said. Therefore, the geophysical community will be divided about this finding and the topic will remain controversial. He compared seismologists to doctors, who study the internal organs of patients' bodies using imperfect or limited equipment. Lacking something like a CT scan, our image of the inner Earth is still blurry, he said, predicting more surprises ahead. That could include more about a theory that the inner core might have yet another iron ball inside it, just like a Russian doll. Something's happening and I think we're going to figure it out, Vidal said. But it may take a decade. So, what do you think about that? Thank you very much for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.